Hi everybody, and welcome to all of you budding Excel experts. And welcome again to the BizTech Academy's Excel Beginners course. In this course, you'll not only learn all of the basics of Excel, but you will also complete your first ever Excel project. This experience and learning will give you the confidence to go on and create your own spreadsheets using your own data. What's more, the skills you gain will equip you well for further learning and moving on to intermediate and advanced Excel levels if that's of interest to you. The course is structured around 7 videos along with a detailed walkthrough document and an Excel beginner's cheat sheet. To that end, I'll now spend a couple of minutes running through the structure of the course and the supporting documentation before we crack on with lesson 1. Okay, so on to the course breakdown. Just before we go into the detail, it's worth noting that this course is very much targeted for beginners. I know it's called a beginner's course, but I just want to make that clear. The first, certainly 1, 2, and 3 lessons are very, very basic and great for anybody who really just wants a general introduction into Excel and how to move around the workbook. Once you get onto the formulas and the functions and the charts, it gets a bit more complicated. But for those of you who have at least some introductory knowledge of Excel, I would recommend that you start looking at maybe the latter lessons. But for those total beginners, I think this will be perfect for you. So in lesson 1, we'll be looking at navigating around the workbook. We'll basically show you how to get into cells, onto cells, what all the menus mean, and then ultimately how to save a workbook ready for operating in. In the second lesson, we'll look at some very basic commands and data input. The most important commands you'll learn in this section is how to copy and paste information from one cell to another. This is something that you'll need throughout your Excel journey. In lesson 3, we'll input some formulas and use some basic arithmetic to manipulate some values. In lesson 4, we'll look at functions. Functions are ready-made actions that Excel has already produced for use, and they certainly make your life a lot easier. Lesson 5, we'll look at formatting. We'll basically make our workbook and our analysis pretty. We'll look at some colors, some borders, and just some general formatting of cells. In lesson 6, I'll show you how to create some basic charts. We'll have data complete by the time we get to lesson 6, and then we'll convert it into some very pretty graphs. And finally, in lesson 7, we'll look at printing and sharing the documents by email. As mentioned previously, in addition to the video tutorials, we also have 2 other documents to support this course. The first one is a walkthrough, and basically this document is a large list of screenshots which help you produce our overall project, which is called Tokyo Inc., which I'll show you in a moment. And this walkthrough is a document, it's a PDF document. There's a link at the bottom of this video, as there is in all the other videos. And as you can see, if you just scroll through, there are a number of different screenshots that just help you go through all of these exercises, whether they be from the basics of creating and saving a document, all the way through to adding formatting and creating charts. This really is has been made as ABC as possible and as simple as possible to help you if you get stuck in any of the videos to achieve our project and to learn as much as you can about Excel. In addition to that, there's a cheat sheet, and the cheat sheet has every single command or function that you'll be using within this course. It's got them listed and an explanation provided. What it also does, it tells you how you achieve that functional command, whether it's a Windows machine or a MacBook. Generally, at the level that we're operating at in this course, the commands that we use are the same whether it's a Windows machine or a MacBook. It gets a little bit different in the advanced levels, but for this you should not see a great deal of difference. I'm going to be using a MacBook through this course, and I'll also highlight in the videos themselves if there are any differences and changes that you need to know for the different machines. But again, it's minor at the level we're operating at. Okay, if we move on finally to actually what we're going to achieve in our project is called Tokyo Inc., and we're just going to create a simple sales projection for this company. We're going to input some product data, an ID, and a description. We're going to put a cost into that against those products. We're then going to calculate a markup, so we're going to define a percentage markup here, and then we're going to apply that to calculate the markup. We're going to use formulas to add that to make a unit selling price. We're going to add some shipping costs and use a formula again to calculate the total price. And then we're going to add the monthly volume and also create some other totals for annual and monthly sales. And then we'll use some functions to do a sum of all of these numbers to make totals for the whole company. At the same time, once that's complete, we'll also create some charts to display this data. And then I'll show you how to print this data, make it look pretty, and also to email it on to a colleague, for example, if that was the case. So that's the introduction done. Lesson 1 is available. Just click the top left, and I'll see you over there.